Well, many of the tropical and subtropical fruits that we get in the grocery store can actually make fun houseplants, and today I'm going to show you a couple of these. And the first one is one that we actually grew out in the studio gardens this year, the papaya tree, and it's really easy to start from seed. Now, even though you may never get fruit off of your plant, it does make a nice plant to just watch grow. Now, the papaya has a lot of seeds in the middle, and you'll notice that they have kind of a gel around them, and you want to take those out and wash them off. And here I've got several that I have already washed, and they're ready to go. Now, you don't have to soak these ahead of time or anything like that. You just need to get the seeds and wash them off good, and then get a pot that has some very well-drained potting soil in it, and kind of moisten that, and then you can just sow the seeds. Now, you can sow several in here if you like, so that if your germination is down, you'll have at least one come up. And after they come up, you can actually clip off 2 of them so that you've only got 1 in the pot. Now, what I'm going to do is just cover this very lightly with soil. I really don't want a thick layer of soil over the top, maybe about 1/4 of an inch of soil. And then I'm actually going to water that in. And what we're going to do here is actually cover the pot with a plastic bag. Now, this will help keep it nice and moist until those seeds germinate. And if you want to, you can kind of tighten that up with a rubber band like that, and that will keep that nice and humid in there. And the seeds should germinate in just a few days. Now, once those seeds have germinated, you want to take that plastic bag off, or at least let some air in there. And when the seeds reach 8 to 10 inches tall, you can actually transplant them into a larger pot. Usually about a 14-inch diameter is a good size of pot to transplant these into. And then you can fertilize them every 3 to 4 weeks, and they should grow for you very well. Now, put them in an area that has nice, bright filtered light and high humidity, and they should grow very well for you. Now, another plant that is fun to do is an avocado, and here I've got a seed, and I've been actually soaking it in water for about 30 minutes. Now, you want to soak this in hot water, anywhere from 106 to 130 degrees, for just half an hour. And then what we're going to do with this avocado seed is we're going to cut a thin slice off the top. Now, these are really pretty seeds. To me, they look a lot like a wooden egg, and the top is the pointed end here. We're just going to slice that off. Just a very thin slice right there. That'll help it to germinate. And we're going to just place that in some moist potting soil so that it's covered about halfway, and firm the soil in around that. And again, you want to place these in an area with bright filtered light and water them when the soil starts to dry out. Now, it can take an avocado seed 4 weeks to germinate, so don't give up on them when you don't see them germinating after the first week. Just leave them there and water them as they dry out, and you should have a nice house plant. Now, these plants may never produce any fruit for you in the house, but they can make a very interesting plant to watch germinate and grow and make a nice addition to your home in the winter months.
We hope you've enjoyed this classic from the Oklahoma Gardening Vault. Remember, even though these tips and techniques are timeless, there's always something new to learn in the world of gardening. By subscribing to both Oklahoma Gardening and OK Gardening Classics, you'll have access to a wealth of gardening knowledge, both classic and contemporary.